Hi everybody, my name is Anthony and I am currently a junior at UCI. I was once a community college student, just like most of you that are going to watch this. Today I'm going to teach you about some engineering opportunities, specifically the one I'm involved in, and that is engineering teams. My team is called Legacy Robotics, and as you can guess by the name, we make robots. And so today I'm going to show you, 1, how I got that opportunity, 2, what exactly we do, and 3, what that brings to me as an engineer and what something like this can give you as an engineering student. The class I want to tell you about that gave me the chance to work on robots was actually called Engineering 100, and I took it at IVC, my community college. So while you may be kind of thinking college is all academics, it doesn't have to be. Sometimes there are rare opportunities like that where you can find a class that give you a chance to work on something. Now, the most important part about that class wasn't just the project, it was the people I met through that project. Some of the people I met in there invited me to join Legacy Robotics, my current engineering team now, and that's given me a chance to work on even cooler projects and cooler stuff, which I will show you more about in a moment. So up next, I will show you a quick picture of the arm that I built in Engineering 100, and after that, I will show you some more about Legacy Robotics. One of the biggest reasons I was excited to join Legacy Robotics was getting to work with other people. Being a part of a team and working on a project is much different than doing something solo or even working with people in a classroom setting. You get to, 1, bounce ideas off each other, go through the engineering process as a group. So things like that would be, designing actual parts and components, or designing electrical networks for people that study electrical engineering like me, or even figuring out what to purchase. Things like a BOM, which is a bill of manufacturer, is pretty important for engineering teams because we only have so much money to work with. So doing stuff like Legacy Robotics gave me a chance to get comfortable going through the actual process of engineering. Now, I won't bore you guys with all the technical stuff. What I think you also want to see is, what does it actually look like to work on a team and create things? And that's okay, because I will gladly show you that. That to me is the most fun part about all this. You guys have already done the hard part, going to class, going to school, learning all the theory. That's the hard stuff. By this point, most of you should be ready to start building stuff, or at least try to. Sometimes it won't always work, and the prototype robot that my team and I are building, that I will show you, doesn't actually completely work. It does what we want it to and is going to work for our purposes, but it kind of doesn't completely work, and that's okay because it is just a prototype. Oh, and just to clarify, for those of you that may not know much about prototyping, it's nothing insane. Usually when engineers design and build stuff, there always is a prototype phase where you kind of design a smaller to scale design of the final project, and it's not supposed to entirely be functional. It's just to prove that the concept that you have on paper should work, and that when you translate it to the full final design, it will work, in case you're confused about what prototyping is. Anyways, let me show you what building a prototype actually looks like. So now that you've seen what the build process can kind of look like for a prototype, I will show you a quick clip of what testing a prototype tends to look like and what's involved in it. What you just saw was a pretty important part of the prototyping phase, and that is, well, testing your prototype. You have to make sure at least the prototype kind of functions. That's another big part of my learning experience here with engineering teams, and I think it's a great skill set to have, learning how to test stuff, troubleshoot, and it's something that all of you watching could gain from joining an engineering team. Hopefully you enjoyed getting to see our robot in action. I know I did. And more importantly, I hope you learned something today about what an engineering team is, kind of does, and what our work can look like. Of course, this is just for us as robot builders. It could be completely different for other engineering fields, but I think the main takeaway is still the same. A team is a great opportunity because it gives you a chance to work with people, make big projects that would be much harder to do by yourself, and that's essential for students who are doing a ton of learning on their own. Having a team to help is critical. Also learning about the engineering process, how to, set bills of manufacturers and follow a Gantt chart and create a cool project. And that's all I had for you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing my robot project and you took something away from this that was good. And have a great day.